Hey Sammy fam, today we are going to do something so delicious, so tasty. I can't see anything, oh my god. Gotta get that figured out. We are going to make tonkatsu burgers, and I'm being lazy here. I just got these frozen fritters. I found them at the Asian store near me, which I feel so bad. I'm always the only person in there because their main customer used to be the college that they were located basically on campus for. And now that no one's at school anymore, they have no customers, and I go in, I try to buy as much as I can there, but hopefully they survive because they have cool stuff like pork fritters, they have all the dumplings you could ever want. But we're gonna do this in style of kind of Big Mac inspired, because Big Macs, you got bun, ingredients, bun, ingredients, bun. So what I'm thinking is that with the different bun levels, I have more options for other flavors to mix in and sauces on the buns, and I'm super excited about that. We're going to start with a little seaweed salad, again from the amazing Korean, it's a Korean grocery, but it's like general Asian stuff they have there. I love seaweed salad. Light and crispy, amazing texture, chewiness, sesame, soy in there. Really get a lot on here because the flavor's amazing. What all is in seaweed salad? Sesame seed, black fungus. Black fungus. Okay. Sesame oil, red chili pepper, salt, corn syrup, weird, vinegar, yeah, and vegetable soybean wheat. All one word. I don't know, but it's good. And semi-healthy, So let's take that, and we're gonna go cheesy fritter. I had to hit it with the cheese. Just American cheese melted on top of here. So I tried to air fry these, and I cooked them through in the air fryer, but they just were not browning enough. I should have spritzed them with a little oil or something. But so then I took them and I pan fried them a little bit just to get the color that you're seeing, right there. Crispy. And threw them in the oven on a rack, like a drainage rack, with the cheese on top so they could drain some of the oil and then also get nice and cheesy. Gotta have the cheese. So now we're gonna do our middle buns, which is just two bottom buns because they're the nice flat ones. But you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna hit it with oyster sauce on this side. Carefully. Just a tad, just a tad. Oyster sauce. Get that. I want to get it in every bite. That's some good distribution, y'all. Sandwich ingredient distribution is something that I harp upon because it is important. A lot of people overlook it. And then we're gonna hit it with the red onion. Now this is not just any chopped up red onion. This is red onion that I threw in just like a skillet. I poured vinegar over it, and I cooked it at high heat for 3-4 minutes or something until they got a little bit soft. But they still have a little bite to them. Then that vinegary lightness. It's like a quick pickle, but even quicker. I didn't want to actually go through boiling a whole bunch of sugar, vinegar, water, and I just used what's rice vinegar, Here we're gonna hit a tiny bit of Kewpie mayo, just a tiny bit. I don't know what that sound was. Another cheesy, delicious tonkatsu pork. This is a lot. This is gonna. We'll see about this. Then we got our hoisin sauce. It smells so good. You can smell what is it, plum in there or something? Let me see. Sugar, water, soybean paste, of course. Yeah. Oh. Chili peppers, potato powder. Damn, lots of different things in here. Caramel. It's sweet and savory and just a little bit of heaven. I love hoisin sauce. Oh, this one's starting to lean on me. Do the rock away. Lean back. I never knew the Rockaway referred to an actual place before I moved to New York. But I guess, like, why would I? You don't know neighborhoods of places you don't live. Okay, are these big enough? I can't hear you. Oh, because that's how videos work. Excuse me. You know, I met some people in my time who don't seem to understand how recorded media works. And they're the people who comment on videos that I've filmed in the past. And they're like, why are you outside? I'm like, you're watching a video from 2 years ago. Of course I wasn't in, isolation at the time or something. And then I had a manager back in the day when I worked at a magazine. I remember one time we were watching a video for review. And they said, like, oh, can you change it so we can see the other side of their face? And I was like, well, we only film this side. And they're like, you can't do that in post. It's like, no, we can't magically make the other side of their face appear if we didn't film it. I don't know. I went off track. I should not be so sassy. Look at how beautiful this is, guys. Are you impressed? I'm impressed. Not really myself. I didn't really actually have to cook much to do this, but I think the flavor combination is, oh my God. Man from heaven, sweet baby Jesus. This is amazing. The creaminess of the cheese adds so much, and yes, melted American cheese does go with these Asian flavors. The seaweed salad and the super quick pickled red onion are like the perfect balancing elements for this. I'm so glad that I drained the pork because it's not oily. And it's like, I was worried it's like a frozen pork product. You're thinking it might be tough, it might be chewy. No, it is delicate. I bit the inside of my mouth, but I'm okay. Wow. Wow, wow. Let's hydrate, friends. How you doing? How y'all been doing? I've been getting a little bored recently, that's why I'm trying to get like extra creative and do stuff like this. Working within the limitations of our world right now is hard, but it results in things like this, and this makes me very happy. I realize I am incredibly lucky to still be doing some sort of work, though we are down like 33% in terms of revenue, but that's okay. I can't complain. I really got myself good. I bit off a chunk of the inside of my mouth. McDonald's Japan, get at me. I would say McDonald's, America. But I know that just the word like tonkatsu would not go over well with them. Then you could say breaded pork cutlet. Because that's all it really is, You're just using panko as your breading instead of breadcrumbs or just like a flour mixture. And if you want to make this at home, like I realize you may not have access to pre-breaded pork cutlets like this. Honestly, it'd be so simple. Get yourself like some pork, like pork tenderloin slices or something, and maybe smash it out to the size that you want with like a meat tenderizer. Then you want to go flour dip, egg wash dip, and then panko dip. And make sure you get good coverage, adherence. and fry them up. Something that I find that kind of helps when you're doing stuff like that is you can throw it in the fridge or the freezer for a little bit, and that'll get everything adhering really nice so that you won't have any falling apart issues when you start to fry, or if you're air frying, like you need to freeze them before you put it in the air fryer or it's just going to fall apart. Beautiful. I love the colors. Because, you know, the cheese is yellowy brown, the pork is yellowy brown, but then just visually, the red onion and the green, the seaweed, it takes you on a journey, visual journey. And I know I often make ugly food that tastes good, but this is beautiful. In my mouth and in my eyes, it's beautiful. And way less filling than I thought. I actually saw in the package for the pork, all 4 of these patties are only 750 calories together. So it's be err on the side of caution. We're looking at like 2,000 calories here or something. That's not bad. I walked 12 miles today. I did some weightlifting. I did a spin class. I don't feel bad about it. I know though, like I'm gonna come out of this time of isolation and be probably a few more pounds than I was before. Hopefully not 19 pounds, but because I'm not able to do as much like cardio exercise, and nobody wants to be outside as much. But I think I'm gonna be a lot physically stronger. My arms and my legs are already getting, I think, better strength conditioned. And I'm excited about what all the like high intensity cardio on the spin bike that I've been doing every other day now, what that's going to do for like my blood pressure and my resting heart rate. I think they could be very good for me. In the back of my head, I have worried for some time. I knew my blood pressure was a little bit high, and my resting heart rate seemed a little bit high. But then again, probably drank too much caffeine. But at the end of this, I'll get it all checked out and we'll see. Thank you, Tonkatsu, for this beautiful behemoth. And thank you, Ronald McDonald, for pioneering the middle bun innovation. It always upsets me that like the Big Mac is kind of marketed as the flagship burger of McDonald's. But the Big Mac is like low-key one of the worst burgers at McDonald's. The Big Mac has their thinnest, worst, flavorless patties. The only saving grace is like special sauce, which you need because otherwise the sandwich is too dry. Especially with dry meat combined with 3 layers of bun. Like, you need so much sauce on that to make it edible. And at that point, you're just tasting sauce instead of an amalgamation are beautiful and balancing flavors like this. If they would do like a Big Mac Elite or something that had their nice patties on it, and maybe, you know, you could get it with their barbecue sauce. You're like, oh, sweet and sour. Sweet and sour would be so good on this. Just jazz it up. This meat is so tender. And the hoisin sauce really makes it. I was so worried this was going to be so dry and I'd have to pretend it was good, but I'm so happy. It's these little successes like this that really help get me through this tough time. Because I find myself just like getting randomly depressed. And I feel guilty for even saying that since everything is good for me, you know? I didn't lose my job. I didn't have a job. I'm not losing my home. I'm not losing my health insurance. My wife still has her job, which is even more important now. And thank God I don't live with roommates. I keep seeing posts on like the New York City subreddit that I visit because I live here, where people are talking about like, oh, my roommate is like having his like hookup over every night. Or my roommate threw a party. What do I do? I don't have to deal with any of that stupidness. The one thing I do have to deal with though is I don't know what's been going on with my hair. It's been like sticking out in all these crazy directions. It's just like whack air freshener right now. So I think I'm just gonna cut it all off again. Go down to the bone. Not all the way down to the bone, but cut it down real low. And I think that'll also be important for the summer because I've got to be wearing a face mask all the time now. That'll be keeping the heat in. I don't want to be keeping the heat in up top. Okay, I'm getting full now. But if I can just use this as a heat vent by having my hair very short, that would help. Oh. We can do this together. Got this. Just a couple more, guys. The things I go through for food love. Oh my. Ooh. With all the sauces on there that have like soy sauce in it, is a little bit of a salt bomb. Balanced in the context of the sandwich, but like afterwards I can tell my mouth feels salty. And it's going to be one of those nights where like, you know, if you eat a whole bunch of pepperoni pizza and then you're just drinking water all night to the point where you can feel it like piling up in your throat. It's going to be one of those nights. But worth it because that was GD delicious. Praise Jesus crust. Thank all of you guys. There's going to be a shout out video coming soon for everyone who's donated $20 and up to the food drive. If you want to get it on that, check it out. Nomnomsammieboy.com to participate. Love you all.